Let's look at page 3 of project 2. So we're given a cash discount spreadsheet, and we have to fill in the missing amounts on this spreadsheet. Specifically, a few invoice totals, some percent offs, and cash price. We're going to start with cash price. So cash price is equal to the invoice total, so the invoice, multiplied by 1 minus the percent off, and of course it needs to be in decimal form. So this is a really simple equation, but let's make sure we understand what's happening here. So invoice is the amount that we were originally billed. And remember, we get a discount, a cash price, if we pay within our terms, within the certain terms outlined in this column over here. So what does 1 minus percent off mean in this equation? Well, think about 1 or 1.0 as being 100%, right? Because 1 in percentage form is 100%. So what's happening is we are taking the 100%, the full price of the item, and we're subtracting off the percent off. We're subtracting off the discount. So for example, in line 1, there's a 2% discount. So let's say we subtract off the 2%. That leaves 98%. So to take, in line 1, to find the cash price, we had to take the invoice total, which was yet to be determined, but we had to take that invoice total, multiply by 0.98, and it gave us a cash price of $24.69.60. So again, it's taking the full amount, the original invoice amount, and multiplying it by the percent that you're actually paying. But of course, we don't multiply by percents, we multiply as decimals, and that's why instead of writing 100% minus 2%, we'll write 1 minus the percent off expressed as a decimal. So that's how we find cash price. Now, we can rearrange this equation to find our other terms. For example, if I wanted to rearrange this to find invoice, I would divide both sides of the equation by this piece in parentheses, by 1 minus percent off. So I'll divide both sides of my equation, 1 minus percent off, and that tells me that invoice is equal to cash price divided by 1 minus the percent off. So in this case, we find the invoice by taking the cash price and dividing it by the decimal amount that is equivalent to the amount that we're actually paying. Okay? And if that explanation doesn't make sense, then it's okay to just say, okay, I get it. I'm taking 1 minus the number in this column expressed as a decimal. That's okay too. So that's how we get invoice, and that just leaves us with percent off. So to calculate that, I'll go back to my original cash price equation. If I wanted to solve for 1 minus percent off, I could have divided both sides of the equation by invoice, and that would have told me that percent off is equal to 1 minus the quantity of cash price over the invoice total. Okay, now I didn't show the steps here, so I would have had to divide both sides of the equation by invoice. That would have left me with 1 minus percent off. I would have moved 1 to the other side and then divided by -1 to get that percent off as a positive. If that didn't quite make sense, be sure to rearrange this equation on your own. Double check that you come out with the same thing that I did, and if you get something different, feel free to ask me. So again, percent off will be equal to 1 minus the cash price over the invoice. So just by knowing this one equation, we are able to rearrange it twice to solve one time for invoice, the other time for percent off. So those are the 3 equations you need, or the one equation rearranged twice that you need in order to complete this page of the project.